Well, here we go. Looks like we're finishing up 1913, getting ready to turn the corner into the spring, kind of the dead turn, because this is the end of the Second Balkan War. And all we're going to have coming around is really random events, but some of those random events can be pretty dynamic. So it's U.S. turn, no tech, no diplomacy. They are going to take their 3 IPP, purchase a revolution soldier. That's probably no surprise. I have 1 infantry in eastern Mexico and 3 down in the south, along with the cavalry. Those 4 infantry and cavalry are going to attack Mexico City, which has an infantry and a militia. So, I have 4 infantry and a militia. The infantry is brown. They're attacking at a 1, cavalry at a 2. Only 1 round. Look at that. There's a hit. So, that's nice. Cavalry is going to be brown and black for the infantry. They are up 1 because they're defending a city. So, again, militia is brown at a 3, infantry black. And that is a double miss. So the militia is going to be removed, and that's the end of the attack. The infantry I purchased for the revolutionaries. The revolutionaries are all going to go back where they came from. So essentially what we're going to end up with is a Lend-Lease to eastern Mexico, so I can send it down through the port. So I have 2 in the north, 2 in the eastern, and then the 3 and the cavalry in the south. So that's the end of that. And he is left with an infantry in Mexico City. So, infantry, the U.S. will collect their 3. Now, let the fun begin when it comes to random events. As previously, the gray is going to be in the west and the brown is in the east. I hope we see something new. I mean, you know, all those chances, and we were rolling some of the same stuff we saw last time. So let's see, a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 3. All right, so anticipation of what that looks like. A 1. Oh, this would be nice for the old Central Powers there. Look at that. Central Powers, Ottomans. They're going to replace their Ottoman pre-dread with a dreadnought. And they're going to put a coastal artillery facing C-Zone M7. So that'll give them 2 facing that C-Zone in the Mediterranean. So congratulations, Brian. This is your day. That's the delivery of some British ships. They thought they would make the Ottomans happy. You know, maybe they wouldn't join the Central Powers, but that's not going to work out so well for the British. But hey, it was a good attempt anyways. The Sultan did pay for those ships, so they deserve them. All right. Oh, look at this. It's a U.S. roll on a D6. So, let's see if I got that in camera. It's a nationalist. So the U.S. is going to roll a D6, and this is for China. And so that roll, I'm going to do it. See if I can do it on my computer right there so you guys can see it. I have to. It's a 5. It's a 5. So a 5 means China is going to reject the 21 demands and immediately join the Allies. Now, I've seen this one before, but so it's a historical event. Japan issuing a series of demands on China. China is going to reject those, so there will be no modifiers to the Japanese entry roll. But with China immediately joining the Allies, that's going to push all the Allies immediately to level 3 of improved factories. So, which means improved recruitment. That's a pretty good deal. And so for those of you who haven't played the game, or you're just tuning in, improved factories, that means the British the Americans, and the Russians, are all, oh, and the French, all at level 3, improved factories. And there's probably a few more things there. I'll make sure I reference the, well, do it right now. Got a moment? Republic of China. So it means that it essentially recognizes the Chinese contribution of manpower to the Allies. So as the Allies, we no longer have to pay manpower to upgrade a factory, and we're all in stage 3 of improved factory technology. Allied units may not enter China unless they're aligned to the nationalists. So, hey, so that's pretty good for us. Take it. Now, as for the Balkan War, I'll just talk through this. So it's over. So those Greeks that are in Albania are going to be, Albania is going to be a strict neutral with militia. So the Greeks are going to be pushed back down into Greece, down into the nearest territory, which is right there in, I believe that's Thessaly. Anyways, Macedonia is not going to be annexed, but since the Ottomans controlled the Macedonian territory, all those Ottomans will be moved to Macedonia on the main map, and the Ottomans, you know, are going to retain that IPP for that territory. So that's good. Bulgaria is unconquered. So the units are going to be returned to their original starting number. So we'll put some units back on. And of course that Bulgarian dreadnought will be moved back in, you know, where next to its home country. And then otherwise, we're going to transfer our units, and then the minor powers are no longer aligned or controlled because the war is over. So the Ottomans are going to go to defense in depth stage 3. Good for them. That's kind of showed their tenacity in defending. So all good there. And improve logistics for stage 1, because I'm sure they had to do some of that too, just to hold on to the area. Montenegro is going to push the French into stage 1 for improved logistics, so they already actually have that. Serbia is going to put Russia into improved logistics, so that's going to advance them to stage 3. And I mentioned the French earlier. This advances them to stage 2. So those two countries have advanced by 1 stage. It's not going to stage 1, it's advancing 1 stage. And then Greek held its home territory, but not Macedonia. So Britain will not advance 1 stage in improved logistics because there is that word "and" involved. So I believe I got this correct, but it's been a couple of days since we looked at the... So that's what it looks like in improved logistics for those 3 countries. Without the British, sans Britain. And then defense in depth, you can see the Ottomans up there at stage 3. So a little longer video, a little bit more explanation. We are going into the spring of 1914. We've rolled our random events. This is kind of a low-key turn. So we'll see you when it's French turn again. Have a great night.